We set the trends in the script.
Absolutely. You are, you have been, you will be under the roof.
Snip this glue, get in the zone, because we got to go do something. So that's what we did. And I'm going to be honest with you, I used to like it. You got people from the east and the west and different places, to come over and groove with us.
Was Hoover'Z a part of Hoover? Never met a Hoover'Z.
Never met.
Me either, never in my life. But
a part of what was called the Bonzella Crips.
Hoover'Z ain't started no Hoover'Z. And we hit that hand moving on you, walking in your house.
Wait, do that again.
Hit that hand moving on you, that messed up your whole party. You are, you have been, you will be under the roof.
You've been around and you know people.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You've been around and you know people. And one thing about me, I always try to conduct myself with respect. I'm real respectful, homie. I'm not no snake.
Yes, sir.
If I tell you something, I'm gonna stand on it.
There you go.
By my
Your
word,
your
that's
bond.
always been me.
Yeah. You just said though, before we start, this is what script you on. This and you ain't strayed from that.
Yeah, nah, not at all.
I can dig it.
And a lot of dudes like, oh man,
I can dig it.
he didn't got saw because I might here it is. The one time they sent the Bloods down one of our blocks on 47 between Central and Hooper. The one time they sent them down there. They come into the middle of the block doing what they doing. No, they would have never did that. You know what I told her, dude? I said, nah, let them go.
Let them go.
And lucky I said that because the police was right at the end of the corner waiting on homies to get
Two birds, one stone.
I said, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you put on the show for those folks, man.
Yeah, two birds, one stone. The brother get hurt or whatever it might happen, and you going to jail as a result. Two birds, one stone. And that's another thing we missing. As a community, communities as a whole, we don't see the bigger picture, man, especially in instances like that. I would never, somebody asked me on a podcast about a week or two ago, have I ever gave passes? Of course. Yeah. Of course.
That's what make the ghetto world go around. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to.
Get come on, man. Of course. Yeah. And I've gotten them.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many I got.
You came back
still here.
Yeah.
But I carried that with me. So every time there was an instance, and and you probably speak to this, when you had a situation, you had it, like, nah, it ain't worth that. Go on, bro. Go home.
Hey, like a dude asked me before, man. I don't have no problem with the Avalon.
Yeah.
My fear is not knowing the ones from Avalon because everybody else know me, know what I'm on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I raised a lot of dudes when we was kids that was younger than me. I used to put them in the van, take them on, get out, schooling type stuff with me when we was young. And a lot of them love me still right now today. My little youngster Chaos from Avalon.
Yeah.
Baby Trey. I love Baby Trey. Oh, that's my man.
Yeah.
I see you
in Riders.
Yeah. Good homie. Kenny Fly, Bobo, all of them. Yeah.
And not to be in any internal shit. How are you in Cartoon and Bull?
Me and Bull is real cool. Me and Cartoon, we talk. But Bull is real close.
Yeah.
I've been on Bull.
I got a lot of respect for Bull, man.
Yeah. Bull want what I want.
Yes.
Because that shit that's going down there ain't supposed to be in it.
Yes.
Because here it is. This is the brother set to y'all. You know what I'm saying? They always been close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you can align yourself with somebody that we always fought, there's no way in the world you can't clean up and align yourself back with
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
One thing I recall about Bull, and I'm gonna leave this on, I'm gonna just say this, going through Nellis. And I recall this dude was a grown man. Where's the Nellis? 82, 83. Yeah. And his get down was some grown man shit, bro. I remember this shit. He knew how to speak, he knew how to conduct himself. He could have been the biggest bully on the fucking compound. He wasn't.
Yeah, he was still there when I got there in 84.
He wasn't. Yeah, I got kicked out, went to TS, but
Craybone was 9-4. Was it Craybone or
Clayboy?
Clayboy.
Clayboy.
Kind of tall.
Yeah, Clayboy.
He was up there.
9-4.
Yeah. Tone from A-Tray.
Yeah. After I left though, they got
Baby X-Ray was up there from 107.
Yeah.
Rap from 5'9". E-Dog from 5'9". Lil Took him, Lil Hugo from 7'4".
Yeah. Lil Goo, rest in peace.
Hey, you got another solid homeboy I was real in the field that was with the business. Lil H-Bone.
That's my guy, man.
Lil H-Bone was with
he ran the streets with me back in the day.
Yeah. He kept it all the way solid in the field.
I just talked to Lil H-Bone. I say, and I don't mean cut you out. I said, Lil H-Bone, I said, boy, you done forgot? He said, no, homie, I ain't forgot. We was in the streets together, homie.
That's a good homie you would want by your side. You go to war, prison.
Lil H-Bone, man, love you, homie. I just had a conversation with him. Wasn't even a week ago.
Yep. Another your home with Hoover'Z Jack from Folk Trey Hoover. He was up down.
Jack.
He was up in there.
Yeah, Jack.
Little Buddha from Fire Deuce. Bam was up in there from Fire Deuce. Love was up in there from Fire Deuce. Jamaica Mike was in there from Fire Deuce.
Mm-hmm. You know, again, man, you just having this conversation, homie. And I said a minute ago, it's going to be progressive because we want to get to those issues that concern our communities, bro. And, you know, and that would entail us discussing the state of affairs that's going on, man, in each and every one of our communities, homie. In my opinion, it's whack. It's whack. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? You being who you are, been through what you have gone through, what you've been through. What's your opinion on this shit, bro? You know, and that would include, let me be honest with you, and you be honest back. Hoover Crips morphing into Hoover criminals. You know, that's just one aspect. But you know, all the other shit that's going on in all the other communities. What's your take on this shit?
When I was growing up and when they came to the criminal thing, I never stopped viewing them as Crips.
Mm-hmm.
Because I say, well, I'm like, well, damn, eventually it's gonna play out. But it carried on so long. I'm like, damn. Because I thought it was just gonna.
Do you understand why?
Yes.
Okay.
Because of the enemies that y'all aggression developed. You know, you gotta think, man, y'all pull dudes broads, you know, the mamas, and you know, slapped them in front of you know, just all type of stuff, and that hatred just built up, homie.
Now that's one aspect. Yeah. The other would be, and because I was there.
Yeah.
You know, I understand this shit.
Yeah.
The constant conflagration, the you know, with Crips. Now, how it started is one thing, you know what I mean? But what it morphed into is another. So I think that a lot of us viewed it as, damn, man. You know, and it didn't have to be, we took your broad. Or we came over there and made more money than you. You know what I mean? It could just been the fact that, damn, they motherfucking Hoover'Z. I'm tired of these Hoover'Z.
Yeah, y'all.
And dudes started reacting.
Yeah.
You know? But it's a big picture, man. It's a big picture. And a lot of people recognize and acknowledge. We are all, I'm saying that to say we're all culpable in terms of how that transformed, so to speak. You know what I mean?
I only cut you off, but
go ahead.
I remember the first one I seen crossing out 111. That's the first set Crip set I ever seen cross on another Crip. When we used to leave Bethune, it used to be like right behind Cat Liquor Store, but you had the Hope Church right here. You used to go to that alley. There's an alley right there by Hope Church. Used to be right there, and they had the wow. Damn, you know what I'm saying? That's the first one. This one I seen that Crip on Crip stuff.
That beef, yeah.
I remember when Sleepy checked in Bethune from A-Tray Gangster. And was it Chili Red or Booger Red that checked in there?
Probably Chili Red.
Yeah, he had checked in there. Little lights went to little teardrop right there. Yeah, he checked in there. Yep.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I'm like I say, you know, been through what we've been through, and we've been in this shit a long time. You know, we're affiliated now. You know, I don't profess to be active in no sense of the word.
Not at all.
You know, but just, you know, from the viewpoint I'm in, you know, and what I see, man, it's like, God dang, man. You know, we need to cut each other a break. Something got to give. Something got to give, because as a result of all this shit, ain't nobody want up.
Not at all.
You know,
from the littlest gang to the biggest gang.
Ain't nobody want up.
Everybody lose.
Everybody's losing. Not only that, but can't no set that I know of, real spit, bro, own nothing on that set they claiming. You know, we all our focus is making sure we topple you, knock you down, you knock me down, you topple us. You know, and so it's a distraction, you know, and you know, it's doing more harm to us than it is good. You know, the state of affairs again, man. How you see it, man? What you know?
Man, I said it before. At this present day and time, for homie, Crip, blood, or whatever, you're not talking peace. You either the police or the dumbest motherfucker in the world.
Repeat that.
You either the police or the dumbest motherfucker in the world,
shit,
because it's a fight for our survival as a race of people.
Good shit.
You know.
Let me hit you with this, and I just had this conversation. Not only did I have it with some more heads outside of Hoover. You know, I was talking. You know, I talked to Bobby Ye. Me and Bobby Ye and Lil Fraud from IFG. We sat and we talked for a few hours, man, about this whole get down, man. Just, you know, how messed up it is. The conversation was based around peace. However, there was division in the peace. So here it is. So you want to have peace with Crips, but what about the Bloods? Go ahead, jump in.
Now, my thing is this.
How's that work?
Now, my thing is this. In order for peace to be established, we must first establish each other.
Yes, sir.
Crips first.
Yes, sir.
In order for peace.
I don't disagree.
Like I said, this. I'm about peace amongst Crip first, and I'm open for understanding with the Bloods. Until that establishment come amongst us as one. Because if you gotta think, especially if the Hoover'Z was to get on board with this, it'd just take flight.
And we're trendsetters. We supposed to be on board. We supposed to be setting
that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting at.
And that's what I say to Hoover'Z all the time.
Because of the overall enemy. If y'all was to get on board, it would go full steam.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't have no problem with it, because I love the homies first.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm open for understanding with the Bloods. I mean, okay, y'all don't mess with us, we don't mess with y'all.
Yeah.
But let us find one another first.
Yes, sir.
Because I got a lot of homeboys from 4 Trey, Photos, 48, Avalon 5 Trey, 40th, 5 Broadway, done lost their life in this foolishness. And I'm close to a lot of these dudes. And like I say, it's troublesome to me because I find myself thinking about that at night. You know what I'm saying? Like when I seen Baby Trey from 5 Trey, I just hugged him. He was just so happy to see me. You know what I'm saying? Because we grew up together, we done been side by side. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that genuine love, you just you can't get around it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Again, man, I agree with you about, established as Crips.
Yeah.
Criminals, gangsters, whatever. We have to establish an understanding so that we can get the peace first.
Yeah.
Amongst us.
Yeah.
But you cannot sit up and profess or confess to have peace amongst and not have peace with the blood. It's not going to work because it's still the same thing.
Yeah, especially when I see people, us, colored people, at one another. But here it is, you want to wave the white flag with this other community race.
Hello.
But then you
go all in.
Oh yeah,
turn the hell up.
I don't like it, homie. It messed me up mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna get on there and be joyful about being in an alliance with another race.
Yeah, before my
own. Because I never been that. You know what I'm saying? I just I'm not in agreement with that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point because we came up in a Panther household. It was just our mom though, but she was a Panther, and I knew better. Just from the teachings and shit she gave us daily, and yet whatever. But one thing she always imparted to us was black first. Black first. And I don't mean this in no derogatory, disrespectful way to nobody else. But even when we talking about Bloods, Crips and Blood, they got to come first. You know, I would never align myself with no other race before I'm aligned with my race.
Man, when I was a kid, wasn't no other race even allowed to live up in Hoover
territory. They didn't exist.
Nah,
let's be real.
They did.
When we grew up in Hoover, there were no Mexicans. Not at all. And you know, I'm just saying what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying what it is. That didn't happen to let's say the early to mid 80s.
Even though in some parts of time we ran with, like, you had Serranos and Crips that was friends. Yeah, well, I would say with particular.
I think the east side it was more so like that on the east side
because they start coming in.
They migrated.
Yeah. I remember many days being with like 40, 50, 60 Crips. You have Bino from Florencia running with us. He dead now, but you know, from what they say, you know, we'll all be together, man. But you know, that was a different time. Be like some Bow Trade, some Main Street, some Coasters, who were just different sets. Everybody. You know, we would all get together, ditch, and just ride the bus, jump off the bus, testing our knockout on things that's coming past.
That's a fact. You know, and I mentioned all of this because there are some sets, Crip sets, that have treaties with other races before they have a treaty or treaties with their own people.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm just speaking, you know, to the power that I find a fault in that. There's a fault in that. How does that stand? How's that able to exist? It doesn't make sense.
You know, and you so right, bub.
You know, it don't make sense, bro.
I went to this my little nephew from 30 Pyru get killed. I go to his funeral. I speak at the funeral. All these bloods there. And I spoke. You know what I'm saying? And I said who I was and where I was from. And it was just like, and I've talked about the father, and I just have to say, you know, after all these years, man, us being blinded by this lifestyle, this man is just like me, short, big stomach, you know what I'm saying? Everything like me. We so much alike, man, but it was just so much hatred over the years. We was blinded by that. But these are our people.
These are people, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
my views is not the same as they
were.
You know, like I said,
when you were younger,
Crips first, my race second.
Yeah.
Now my outlook is to save my race, man.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Save the younger people.
I love the fuck out of Hoover.
Yeah.
But you know, and it's what I try to get my homies to understand. I love Hoover. That's all I know. But I love my people first.
Yeah.
You know, that's you know, my primary goal in activity, my motion is about blackness first. Yeah. Who would say that's my tribe, man? We black, man. We already got that established.
Yeah.
We need to get an understanding that, okay, man, this matters. Who we are as a people, not where we from as a people. You know what I'm saying? That makes a big difference to me, man.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, man, we got brothers, communities, other communities that have treaties with other races, but not with their own. Something's wrong with that.
Something's.
Help reunite a devoted parent with their family after 16 years. Joseph, a devoted parent and community supporter, fights for justice. Their life was shattered by wrongful imprisonment, tearing them away from loved ones. For 16 long years, this individual has battled to reclaim both freedom and family. You can play a crucial role in helping them reclaim their life and reunite with their family today. Every donation brings hope and justice closer to reality for this family. Stand with Joseph, donate now.
Trey folks, 7-Eleven, the Deuce and the 9. You have been, you will be under the roof.
But we ain't game banging, this is about education. We trying to educate our youth right now, nigga. Hey. Said day is the best day to skip walking across the floor in the best way. From trade to the one way, it's a stump day. LA to the NY, let this funk.
You know, back in them days, it was love, loyalty, respect, and honesty.
That's my nigga Gumby right
there.
You
know, ex-busters, hooks, and snitches put on pedestals and ventilators.
Say lows on that over shit. HIP, Tony Moon, one of the hardest poets I ever heard, connected with this star shit. Hey, baby Jap and Jap 5, quick to set it off on the mic in the shack live.
When the shit get real and feel to the wheel, and then you will see you sitting up in that motherfucker looking at that light center, that death center.
Then they run into a witness stand, telling on their own homeboys.
Hoover'Z star, stunt like this, Hoover'Z stunt
I know
like
somebody, I know how to start them BS motor.
Yeah. I'm a New York nigga in the Pacific Sun. I say West Side Hoover if you ask where I'm from. Finest California runs, infusing my lungs. All about my bread, I ain't leaving.
Understand the end game. What's your end game? What's your purpose?
Keep one in the head or I don't need a gun. I'm with Hawk on Hoover Street with a low ass jump. Hopping down Figueroa with a whole selling cunt. Grooving like this, come second to none. Grooving like Scotty Young, grooving like Booker Bone. I'm bad to the bone.